Chapter 29, The Silence. The chamber settled into an uneasy quiet. Dust motes drifted through fractured emergency lights, settling slowly across twisted metal and shattered screens. The massive core loomed dark and silent now, its scattered surface cooling from white hot to dull matte black. A single sun glyph faded to barely visible in a standby pulse. Somewhere deep in the bedrock, the final conduit groans echoed into silence. Adrian slumped against a buckled console. Breathing was ragged, his hands still trembling from the plasma cutter strain. Maya sat beside him, back against cold metal, one arm wrapped around her scraped knees. Blood trickled slowly from the cut above her eye, mixing with sweat and streaking dirt. Vance knelt nearby, prying open a damaged wall panel for backup power diagnostics. No alarms, no tremors, just their breathing and distant drip of melting coolant. Did we actually stop it? Maya finally asked. Her voice was hoarse. Adrian nodded towards the skyline dome overhead, cracked but intact. Stars shone clear again. The orbital grid was completely gone. Dawn light crept pink along the eastern horizon, the single sun rising normally. Yeah, Vance grunted, coaxing the flickering terminal alive, backup feeds crackling through the static. New York City, Times Square. Jaden's skateboard crew blinked awake mid-graffiti, spray cans clattering to the concrete. Crowds rubbed temples confused, looking around at the empty streets like survivals of a collective blackout. In Rio, holdouts stood shaky from kneeling hours, helping each other down mountain paths. No Lila. Faint blue scars marked bedrock where a light column took her. In Mumbai, Ravi's engineering friends stared at their wrists. 2 sun tattoos burn into their skin, fading slowly. Harbor Nexus was dark. Sand coverings reopened the fissure. Global counter, 5.4 billion affected. 0 active extractions. Maya exhaled sharply, shaky, but laughter was escaping her. We broke an alien reset system? Adrian managed a weak smile. With a plasma cutter and bad decisions, yes. Vance's terminal beeped. Facility-wide status was green. Network integrity is 0. The orbital object retreated to Lagrange point, monitoring only. Adrian pushed upright, wincing at his burned palms. Why? Vance met his eyes steady. Because you passed. Maya frowned, wiping blood from her cheek. Past what? We almost got everyone stuck into space. Vance tapped the final core data dump onto the cracked screen. The verdict glyph analyzes. Cycle 1-3 failed. Reset. Executed. Cycle 4. Intervention at 87% compliance threshold. Manual override by the Nexus nod. Adrian. Secondary choice ratified by majority. 5.4 billion stay versus 0 continue. A system built for automation, Vance said. You forced a manual decision. Tipped the scales personally. Adrian stared at the data. I was just trying not to die. Maya stood behind him, studying the numbers. 5.4 billion. That's everyone who felt the pull. Vance nodded. First responders are gone. The rest woke. The test was incomplete but sufficient. Gone where? Maya asked quietly. Adrian touched his temple. Faint twin suns aftermath burned behind his eyes. Test worlds, first wave of the new cycle. Vance closed the terminal. They're the seed, a clean slate, no Earth memories. Maya's fists clenched. And were the rejects? Survivors, Adrian corrected her softly. Facility speakers crackled. The surface teams were reporting in. Voices are dazed. Control, this is Alpha Team. Site's dark. The crowds are waking. There are no hostiles. Medical requests all personnel to the surface. Mass disorientation reports. The surface is clear. The object retreated. We are standing down. Vance keyed response. Copy all. Secure the perimeter. Full diagnostic in 30. He killed comms, looking between them. The worlds were waking up. No memory past the pool, just a feeling. Adrian paced slowly through the debris. Her boots were crunching glass. They won't remember Jaden, Maria, or the columns. Maya shook her head. Or us. Rooftop? Telescope? Signal? Adrian stopped, meeting her eye. They will. Just not how. Vance limped towards the exit. The media hitting soon. Global trance event. No explanation. The conspiracy theories will be out by lunch. Maya grabbed Adrian's hand. Well, what do we do? What do we tell them? He squeezed back. With truth. Well, parts of it. Vance paused at the door. The facility's compromised. They'll come for the data. They'll come for the records. And they'll come for us. Adrian nodded. Let them. Maya frowned. You want to tell the world? No. Adrian looked at the darkened core. But someone has to remember. Vance pushed the door open. Desert air rushed in. It was clean, cold, and the first light touching the horizon. You two already do. They stepped out together. Surface teams were moving through the dazed crowds beyond the perimeter fence, offering water, blankets, and quiet reassurances. No panic, just confusion and relief. Adrian scanned the faces. Normal again. Humans. Messy. Maya leaned against him. We stayed. He wrapped his arms around her shoulders. Yeah. A single sun was cresting on the horizon. No twins, no pathways, just Earth. Past.